If we already didn't feel emasculated for drinking a can with a little baby kitten on it, now we're drinking some pink beers.
What's going on, beer lovers? My name is Jacob.
I'm Jeff.
And this is another episode of Let's Have Some Beer, which I am really excited to do because we're going to be reviewing Hamilton Family's Beer Kitty Kitty Milkshake IPA with raspberries and hibiscus at 7.6%. And how can you not be excited to try a beer called Beer Kitty Kitty? So this beer was brewed to support the Rancho Cucamonga Animal Shelter's kitten nursery, which, I mean, that's just adorable in its own. But besides that, this has probably one of the best labels I've ever seen.
Grown men drinking a beer with a little cat playing with yarn.
I can't wait. Can you wait, Jeff?
I'm ready, man.
All right.
Let's have some beer. Alright guys, while this beer is poured, let's go ahead and go in on the aroma.
Alright. Oh my god, what is that? That's not a beer.
I know. It straight up smells like a raspberry, like, fruit tea. Like, I don't know how to explain it. It's floral, it's raspberry, it's super refreshing. You know, it kind of reminds me of those, like, lemonade iced teas that Starbucks does.
A little bit.
Like a raspberry lemonade iced tea kind of deal. Not that I'm getting lemon, but it's kind of like just that refreshing raspberry aroma.
I was actually thinking maybe like gelato, like raspberry, raspberry hibiscus gelato, yeah.
It's just very, very rich and smells so sweet,
oh
yeah.
My god.
And, I'm sorry, can I just point out the color of this?
Oh yeah, this is a lovely, it's a murky red.
It is a murky
pinkish red.
Yeah. I mean, if we already didn't feel emasculated for drinking a can with a little baby kitten on it, now we're drinking some pink beer. So,
pink beer corner, where are you at?
Hey, you know what? Hey, shout out to Brewbies and all the pink beer I'm going to be having there. So, anyways, yeah, it smells delicious. Let's go ahead and dig in.
Yes, let's.
Beer kitty kitty.
Mm-hmm.
Whoa.
Wow. That is just a wave of flavor.
Oh, man.
Oh my god. Okay, so one of the reasons why I've been really excited to try this beer, one, the name is ridiculous. Two, the label is ridiculous. And three, I have missed out on probably every single milkshake IPA that Hamilton has made since this one, and I feel super fucking guilty because I grew up in that area. My family lives in that area still, and I know personally one of the brewers that made this, Enrique. So shout out to Enrique from Hamilton Family. Fucking love that man. He's a cool dude. I think he's awesome, and I feel so bad that I haven't been trying most of his stuff lately. So I've been like, I'm overdue to try a bunch of the stuff that's been coming out of Hamilton Family. And I've been hearing some good things about it, which is surprising because milkshake IPAs are kind of a weird new thing.
Yeah.
Some
people like it, some people hate it.
Yeah, and that's totally fine. Like, that's your preference. And this is separate from hazy IPAs. Like, this is really its own thing, you know? It's kind of following a similar trend, but they're different enough beers, you can't lump them in the same category. And I think most people, even the ones that like milkshake IPAs, don't necessarily think of them as IPAs because you're really straying from that category. That being said, I've been wanting to try this, and so far, my first sip, I'm enjoying it. so I'm going in for more.
Yeah, I just got to give a quick shout out to Mia. You guys probably saw her on a previous episode or previous episodes. She lives in the area and she's been hooking it up with some can releases of recent. So thank you so much, Mia. This was a real treat. I saw this on Hamilton's Instagram page and I was like, please get me this ridiculous can. I need this so bad. And it doesn't disappoint. As Jacob said, a lot of people with the whole Milkshake IPA game, it's kind of a love-hate thing. I see a lot of people that are really into it, a lot of people that are really not, and then a lot of people who kind of teeter back and forth. For me, I gotta tell you, this thing is robust in flavor. Strong raspberry presence in a way I did not expect they were gonna pull it out. And because it still technically is an IPA, I was expecting a lot of bitterness from that raspberry, but it's mostly sweet. I really get like almost no bitterness out of this. It's just real rich raspberry. The hibiscus plays a great counterpart to the raspberry. It provides like this nice floral, you know, like floaty kind of flavor. I don't know how to explain it, but yeah, it accompanies very well, and it's convenient that they both kind of have the same color. I've been wanting to brew with rose hips quite a bit recently, so it's cool to try beers that have hibiscus in it. But damn, yeah, it's really good. It's a little, like, maybe too strong for me on the flavor point. It's so rich. I mean, this is just raspberry juice in your mouth. But what I will say is, if someone's new to beer, if you have one of those friends that like steers clear of craft beer because, oh yeah, I'm not into beer, like I prefer the froofy drinks and stuff like that. They're the ones that order like the, what is it, like a Mai Tai or a Sex on the Beach or something when you guys go to bars. This actually would probably be right up their alley. It's just a fruity drink. It's good. I mean, it's good. So anyways, let's go ahead and get into scoring when it comes to aroma. Jacob, how would you rate it?
So I actually really like smelling this beer. I think I'm gonna give the aroma a 10. It's just such a crazy, weird, I mean, my first sniff of it just, boom, and just punched me right in the nose. I thought it's just kind of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just such a like, what am I smelling kind of thing. And
this is beer?
Yeah, I don't know. Anytime that happens to me, I feel like I need to like give it a proper salute. The aroma's, it's great. It's 10. Yeah.
Awesome. Well, for me, you know, when I smell this, I kind of have the same reaction as Jacob. It's just like, what the hell? This is a beer. What am I smelling right now? The color kind of reduced some of that shock value a little bit. Like if this was a blind taste test and you couldn't even see the beer before you smelled it, then it would be even more like, what the hell am I smelling? But regardless, it's just got a fantastic aroma. You pick up on the raspberry and hibiscus. You know this is not like any other beer you've really had before. And as Jacob said, it's just fun. I mean, like beer kitty, pink beer, fun smells, like this gets you excited to drink the beer. So I'm gonna give it a 9. I'm not gonna give it a 10 just because, I mean, to be honest, this isn't necessarily something that I would smell and go, oh yeah, I want to drink this so bad. It's more like, oh my god, this is really weird and really interesting. I'm excited to see what's going on with this beer. So yeah, I'll give it a 9. As for flavor, go for it, Jacob.
So flavor is definitely where this gets way more complex because there's a lot of, not a lot, but there's several big moving parts in this beer. The raspberry is nice. The kind of lactose milkshakey part of the beer is fun. And the hibiscus is nice, but I feel like it's not necessarily playing well with the other two, for me. I feel like there's a weird, interesting kind of like herbaceous bitterness that, at least for me, my tongue was like, I don't really know where to place this with the rest of the stuff I'm getting. It's fun to smell. It's kind of a different thing to drink. I don't hate it. It's fun to have and to drink, but I feel like Could I do like 2 or 3 of these in a row? Probably not. It's really rich and bold on the palate. Like this is something that lingers a bit, and that lingering isn't bad, but it's like
it's a lot.
Could I do another one of these right away? I probably need to go to something completely different and then come back to it. You know, and that happens with a lot of beer. But I'm saying this is definitely one of those beers where, I mean, maybe you can do a couple of them, but I personally couldn't do a couple of them in a row. You know, this is something I need a break from. I need to switch to a totally different beer style after I drink this. So I'm probably going to give the flavor, I would say, 7. I enjoy it, but man, I'm going to need to drink something completely different after this.
Don't worry, I got you, bud.
Alright.
So for me, when it comes to scoring, I'm actually going to give it a 7 as well. Jacob basically hit all the major points. It's extremely rich. There's a lot of flavor to it, which is good for some people. But in all honesty, after drinking one of these, I would need to give my palate a little bit of a rest. What I will say though is the flavors that are in there for me, I really enjoy them. That raspberry, oh god. Sometimes you forget, like if you're drinking normal, like not pink IPAs, you're drinking normal IPAs, you don't get the flavors that are coming out of this beer. And this is something that's experimental. It looks fun and it tastes fun. It's just not something that you would want to drink all night. This is not a drink all night beer. It actually, not to compare this to this brand, but it reminds me in my high school days, sorry mom, going to parties and drinking like 2 or 3 Smirnoff Ice beers, whatever the hell they're called. And like that lemonade just like gets to your stomach. So like before I could even feel drunk, my stomach just hurt. It just, you know, it was just way too sweet of a flavor. But I do want to bring up again, if you have a friend that maybe isn't a beer fan and you're trying to find a way to please them, this might be the way to go. I mean, if they normally order those sweet fruity drinks, this is a good way to go with it. I actually enjoy that floral kind of combination with the fruity. I kind of get what you're saying on the back end. I don't know if it's so much bitter as like a tart or like a
Maybe. Yeah.
Yeah.
That might be a little
it's
bit
like a little tart
yeah.
earthiness. It's kind of hard to explain. I kind of know what he's saying, but I don't mind it too much. And if anything, it's kind of like a signal of Jeff. Even though this tastes really good, you probably shouldn't drink like 3 or 4 of them. So it kind of helps because, you know, 5 sips in, it's like, all right, slow down, buddy. But yeah, anywho, it's a good beer. I think it's a lot of fun. I love that it went to a great cause. So yeah, I'm going to give it a 7. Now, when it comes to would we ever buy this again, I'm kind of curious to hear your response first. I'll give you mine.
So, I don't know if I'd buy commit to a 4-pack. I'd definitely get it on tap. So if I was at Hamilton, they had it on tap, yeah, I'd buy it. No question. Because I know I could do one of these. 4 of them in my fridge, I don't know. That being said, I can tell enough about just the way this was made that the mango milkshake one that they did a while that I missed, I really want to drink that one. Yeah, just because I feel like that's just one fruit with the milkshake is a little bit less kind of craziness to deal with. Plus, they already make a mango IPA that's delicious, so if you haven't tried that, you should definitely. This does make me look at the rest of Hamilton's milkshake IPAs that I missed with like longing, like, oh man, they probably know what they're doing with this and they should keep doing it. So I would buy this again, especially because it is also going to a good cause. It is definitely a gimmicky beer, but I feel like that's okay sometimes.
It's a little baby kitten, though.
Yeah.
Little baby kitten.
You know, as long as you're not falling for that every time, and like this is also specifically going to a good cause, I'm okay with that. So I would spend my money on that again. Yeah.
So for me, I would buy this again, but I'm glad that I had you go first because it would be for completely different reasons. If I went to Hamilton, I don't think I would try this one again. But if they had like a mango or some other flavor, orange, creamsicle milkshake IPA or something. Oh my god,
Yeah.
that'd probably be bomb.
I think they do.
That'd be amazing. Hamilton, just so you know, we are planning to come visit you. I promise. Soon.
I keep telling you.
Yeah, we're coming. It's we're coming. I promise. It's not every day you hear two men say we're coming next to each other. Okay, definitely cutting that one out.
Whoa!
Anywho, the reason why I say I would buy it again is the same reason why I said who would enjoy this beer. I have a lot of beer in my house, and that it's constantly being cycled out is the way I would explain it. Like as soon as I drink some, more happens to show up. But I never have anything like this in my fridge. This is really unique, it's really fun, and one of my favorite parts of having this place is having friends over and enjoying good craft beer. So for me, if I have someone come over that maybe isn't a craft beer fan, I feel like this would be a really fun beer to introduce them to. It's a great conversation piece. And I mean, at the end of the day, this is still a good beer. It's just probably not my go-to. So I would buy it, but chances are I'd probably buy it for someone else. And then, like I said, if they had like a different Milkshake IPA at the brewery, I would love to try that as well. But yeah, I mean, it's good.
So before we go, I gotta actually say, the more I drink this, for the alcoholics out there that are watching this, splash some Italian gin in this. That'd probably go really well. I have some at home that I've been like messing around with, and I'm thinking like, damn, if I had another can of this guy, I'd add some of that gin with it.
Wow. Apparently, what is it? 7.6% is not enough for Jacob. No, let's bump it up to some 40% business.
It's
Wow.
41% gin, but it's so smooth and it's great. If you can find some Italian gin, this is what it goes with. You'll thank me later, if you can remember.
If you can remember. Well, guys, there you have it. That's our review of Hamilton Family Brewery's Beer Kitty Kitty Milkshake IPA. If you enjoyed this episode, make sure you give us a thumbs up. Leave a comment below if you've tried this beer before. Let us know what your thoughts were. Were we on? Were we off? And if you haven't already, please subscribe to our channel. We really appreciate the feedback and the support, and it helps us make more episodes like this one. So until next time, I'm Jeff.
And I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you again on
Let's
Have Some Beer.